Hey guys, Kevin Muldoon here. As you can see here, I have a fantastic piece of retro tech here. This is a game that I grew up with, and I picked it up from my parents' house the other day. It was sitting in an old cupboard. If you look at my old gaming stash video that I published the other day, you would have seen that when I saw this, I was quite pleased about finding it. It was certainly one of my favourite games growing up. This game, Super Cobra, was actually released in the arcades in 1981, and apparently it was a sequel to a game called Scramble, which was a horizontal scroller as well. And I've never played Scramble, but this is a game that I played to death when I was younger. So that was released in 1981, and this was released in 1982, and you can actually see that there. 1982, Entex Electronics did the tabletop version of this. California, but it was made in Taiwan. The instructions are quite simple. You know, you can there's instructions in the back, but it's quite simple. You can change it from put the sound on, put mute, change the skill level from 1 and 2. There's missiles, there's bombs. You can change the game speed, and there's a continue button. The 2-player mode, I think, works that the 1 player goes first, then the 2nd player. I'll just double check that. 2-player mode. I'll read that. Play is the same in 1-player mode. First player plays until all helicopters are destroyed, then 2nd player repeats. Press bomb to compare scores. So yeah, it was essentially just one person plays then the other, and then you can compare the scores. This was, as I said, one of my favourite games growing up, and I'd like to kind of show you how it works. So then all you have to do is push start, and then you get that awesome 80s sounds from it. So you've got 2 things. It's actually quite a tough wee game later on. It starts quite easy, but I was pretty good at this when I was younger, but not played it in a long time. And you can see here, the score is really just how long you've been playing the game, how long you can survive. So it's a survival game essentially. One thing that I thought was really stupid that I never really noticed when I was younger, but if you well, for one, there's lack of a pause button, so I can't really pause it now to show you, but see here, there's a sound off and there's a mute button. But it's really silly because say I'm playing with the sound and I want to turn the sound off, you know, say someone's coming in the room or they need to use the phone and I'm like, please turn the phone off. You imagine this is 1982, someone needs to go to their big ass phone, then you need to switch from sound on via off. So instead of being off, mute, sound, they've put the off button right in the middle. So it basically means that if you want to try and mute it, you end up switching it off. It's really bizarre. I mean, why would they think? I don't know. It's just seems such a silly thing to do. You know, even I'm not sure why. I mean, that's the only thing that I can really criticise it with. I mean, this game is, what's that now? 34 years old. That's an old game by any standards. You know, I mean, the video game industry was really in its infancy back then. But you can see that the version I've got here, this is the one I grew up with, and it's been set in a cupboard for years, so it's really dirty. I'm sure that could be cleaned up a little bit. But apart from that, I mean, it works well. I mean, the joysticks, it's still really responsive, and everything still works like it should. It takes big ass batteries, but I've just got it plugged in, which I'm sure you can see the wire at the back. I'm curious. See, you can see that the top left, I've got helicopters. You see that there? I've got 2 helicopters there. So that's my lives, but I've not died yet. I think the green thing's the fuel. Is it? I think so, I can't remember. Right, I'll get to 1,000. Dead! Oh, man. First life is gone. There's a level where there's all these boxes. Fly at you, and you need to kind of dodge them. I mean, scroll, like vertical and horizontal scrollers aren't really that popular anymore. You do get them, you can get them, but it's mostly indie games, indie developers that develop these kind of games. Oh, I'm not losing energy. So, I don't think I can pause it, can I? So, that is the Super Cobra, trademarked. I'll turn it off just now. You can see what I mean there, like, sound off mute. Is that not the silliest thing ever? Sound off mute. So it's got 2 skill levels, missile bomb, you can change the speed, and start and continue. I'm not sure how the continue button works. But it is a classic little tabletop system, and this is how a lot of people played games back in the day. You know, even if you had an Atari or you had a Commodore or anything like this, most people still had like electronic games. You don't really see these things anymore. It's very rare because everyone plays on their phones or their Nintendo 3DS or anything like that. You don't really see any portable tabletop electronics like this. But from a gaming point of view, I think this thing still holds up well. I think it's still an awesome little gaming system. It might only have 1 game on it, but it's an awesome little game. You know, it's kind of, I guess this was, you know, the father of electronics like the Tetris handhelds and things like this. You know, they were big and they were bulky and you just had to set them on a little table somewhere, but I think they're awesome. So I hope you've enjoyed this little look at the Super Cobra. I've got a lot of other older tech and older gaming systems that I'd love to show you, so I'll try and do that in the future. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment below, click like, share or subscribe, and yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.